What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Gary Numan, and we're returning to Telekon 1980, and the next track in the playlist is Please Push No More, which is an appeal, a plea, maybe a command, although if you're using please, I suppose it's less command and more plea or entreaty. But yes, knowing that songs from, or at least some of the songs from this phase in his career have an autobiographical basis, I wonder whether this is an appeal to fans or music enthusiasts to not pry too much into his life, or critics or people in the music press to not be so intense toward him as a person just based on his musical endeavors. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if there's some autobiographical component to this, though of course it's the kind of phrase that could be applied more broadly. It's the type of sentiment that might be felt by others, including those who are not musicians and those whose lives have not been scrutinized in the press or otherwise. So let's see what I can pick up on a first listen. This is Gary Numan. The track is Please Push No More, and it's from his 1980 album Telekon.
Now behind glass, walked up to you. The telephone line's blind. You have defaced my face. I bet you laughed at me. You bright young things. So please push no more. Please push no more. Please push no more. Please push no more. Now it's all over for sure. Back home, we must all calm down. We all grow old. We are close, we are hurt. So that was love. Love, she kills me. It needs to stop. Please push no more. Please push no more. Please push no more. Please push no more. no more. Please push no more. Please push no more. Please push no more.
What a fascinating tune. So I'll try to start with the Sonics. The true piano, which again, that could be a keyboard, but it was in like a true piano style, that gave the tune a bit more of a down to earth feeling or a non synth electronic sound than a lot of his tunes have had, as well as that bass. Now, again, a lot of the Two Way Army stuff had guitar and I think guitar bass or true bass on it, so it's not unheard of. But yeah, compared to some of his other tunes which have a very synthetic electronic sound, this one felt a bit more grounded. Now, of course, there still were those sci-fi or alien sounding synth lines in the tune, as well as like this synth whale song. Like, it sounded almost, because it was a bit echoed, it had like an effect on it, sounded like cosmic whales doing whale song up in the outer space domain. So yeah, like, it was a bit of a mixture, but by and large it felt a bit more natural instrument than some of his other tunes have. And his vocals are interesting. I mean, we still had that somewhat nasally slash android-like delivery, but as he went through the title phrase, "Please push no more," it was like he would descend from that, and the final one would be in a deeper, almost more natural speaking voice than I've ever heard him use. "Please push no more." Like, it was just a guy with a middle range voice talking to you. So vocally, it was even a bit different than some of his other tunes. Lyrically, I don't quite know how to take it, but I do feel like there was a line early on about like something about like "you young things," or I forget exactly what the phrase was, and I thought like, oh, maybe this is directed to fans or young music listeners slash collectors, and maybe again with an appeal that, give me my space, allow me to do this without hyper scrutinizing or trying to, look through my windows, if you will. So maybe that there's something to that, but I feel like there was more there that I didn't pick up on, in part because I was so transfixed by the Sonics. And, electronic or more natural instrument sounding, it had a very pleasant and almost reflective quality. Like, it felt very thoughtful and perhaps emotionally thoughtful. So again, maybe that ties into the lyrics, and the tenor of the song musically was expressing in sonic form what the lyrics were driving at. But either way, yeah, a slightly anomalous tune, and yet you would never think this is anyone but Numan if you've heard his work, not only because of some of the vocal delivery, but also those synths. Like, his synths really just do have a very characteristic flavor, and you could certainly identify them here. Even if the whale song type line was more anomalous, it's, I can't remember hearing a synth line quite like that in too many of his other tunes. Either way, really compelling. Curious to hear what people have to say about it. Let me know, and I'll see you for the next one. Peace.